Hello, guys. This is King's Kitchen. We're having a nice quiet night tonight because me and my guest here are both trying not to wake up our housemates, and I'm joined today by Old Spirit, an excellent artist I found on Twitter who's also an EXO fan. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing good. How you doing?
I'm
Yeah,
pretty good. I'm pretty relaxed right now.
so
This is a nice chill episode.
nice relaxing time. Bombs are going off outside,
Yeah, literally Fourth of
and
July.
and my and my kids starting to wake up. Goddamn!
Oh boy, are we
Hold
taking our
on,
first break?
not even 5 seconds. I
All right,
think he's
I'll
falling. Okay, no, it's cool. It's cool.
All right, cool. I was
Continue.
getting my ad read ready. But yeah, I'll just put my paper back away. Yeah, there we go. So
Okay.
so yeah. So I was actually I've been waiting to ask you. I'm just curious. I always want to ask all of my fellow EXO fans. How did you first discover EXO, and who did you find first?
I think shit. I think it's pretty similar to a lot of people's story. Like I'll say I'm pretty sure I heard it when I was listening to Super Mega Cast.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, then they like it was like way earlier when Matt would refer to like Rav as like Rave. He wouldn't know how to say his name or something.
Somebody
Yeah,
told
he's
me
like,
that.
yeah, they was like, you should check out their songs. And I looked it up and I was like, hey, this is pretty fucking tight. I'm pretty sure it was RPG was the first song
There you go.
that I heard,
That
and
was the
then
outro of episode 8.
yeah, and then fucking yeah, it just kind of went from there. I checked out Ramona,
Yup,
and
it's
then
classic.
but I think I went the other direction compared to a lot of other people. Like, because like when I heard I think it's Smoke Break and Majora's Mask or something like that.
Dude, I love
The one,
Majora. That one's so good.
yeah, but the one with Arrow features, and
Hmm.
that I got really heavy in the Arrow. So yeah, shout out Aerospace, Space Cult, you know.
Yeah, dude, I love Arrow so much. He's so good.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's kind of weird that a lot of EXO homies don't really bring him up as much.
I
Him and
don't get
Ashido
it, dude.
Brown,
Yeah,
yeah.
go ahead.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, yeah, no, no, yeah. Him and Ashido Brown, they're like pretty fucking slept on. It's yeah, check them out, man. If you guys, all you EXO people, check them out. Check out their other music. It's pretty good.
Yeah, just like Arrow said the other day, if you're following Bill and Rev, follow Aerospace.
Yeah, how are you not like, especially after the Sims episode of Chibi Chubby? How are you not following?
I think I saw it at the very beginning. I don't think, or
You
not at
never
all.
seen that one?
I don't
Oh
think
man,
so.
they're
I gotta go get caught up on the lore. Like I know the entire podcast front to back almost, and then I've seen probably maybe half or less of the gaming content, maybe half.
oh
Um,
yeah. Did they
like
put that up yet? All the archives and their links or something?
oh yeah, no,
They never.
they were up the day they first said it. You would just have to
Oh
click
okay.
the link. I put a link to that tweet in I think episode seven's bio if you need to find it.
Okay.
Or
Yeah.
no, sorry,
Right on.
episode 6, the one with Mitch.
Yeah, because I haven't seen that shit in a while. Any other gameplay? It's been a cool minute.
Yeah,
Missed that shit, man.
yeah, it's so good. Like the did
Yeah,
you see the nun massacre one?
yeah, that was like one of the funniest
Dude,
ones I think that I liked.
when they first encountered the nun, I was dying. Cause like it was because I've seen the game before and it was terrifying to me, right?
Yeah,
And then like, when they played it, they're just laughing at it, and I'm like, wow, only them. They like feels just like what was that? Like because of the bong bong sound that plays when it chases you. It was so funny. But yeah, man. So it's interesting that you kind of went the opposite way. Like you found Bill, and then you listened to Arrow instead of coming back around to Rev. Because for me, it was, and it was like Bill, Rev, and then might have been Square. I'm trying to think. Maybe I started listening to Arrow after he was on the after I heard him on the podcast, or it was probably before then. Actually, no. There's no way I would have known.
hello, hello.
Hello,
Hold on. Can-
we're having a transmission issue.
Hold on.
So how about them Yanks, folks? The Yankees, y'all watch the baseball game down at the baseball diamond, the the stick and ball game. Love that game. Never played it in my life. Oh, he's starting to stream. He's gone. All right. Yeah, the old stick and ball game. Gotta love the Yanks. The weather's nice too. You know, it's it's nighttime, so so you know you can't really tell, but you know it's there. The weather's there. It's going. It's happening. Um, it it exists. Um, all right, all right. I'm recording now. So I think it's interesting that you say that you found X Society the way most people do, which is through Super Mega.
Mhm.
Because I actually found Super Mega through X Society through Chibi Chubby, which I thought is kind of funny because I was listening to the We Don't Suck podcast, and
Yeah.
they mentioned being on Super Mega, and I was like, I have no idea who that is. And then
That's pretty weird. How did that happen? Like, how did you find how did you find EXO first?
okay, yeah, so it's a really weird roundabout way that I kind of mentioned in episode 2 briefly, but basically what happened was the butterfly effect version is I saw, you know, Genius, like the memes about Genius lyrics, like
Hmm.
with the backpack kid going, "I be
Oh yeah,
flossing," like
yeah.
that thing. So then, like, I started getting, I think I subscribed to Genius lyrics. So then I got this video of for Oliver Tree, and I had no idea who he was at the time, and he
Oh
just
yeah.
had this weird like prosthetic nose, and I was just
Mhm.
like, "What is this?" Like, I think I took a picture of it, so I was like, if I see it in my gallery, I'll go back and watch whatever it is later. And then I started listening to Oliver Tree's music, and then I think my Spotify Premium ran out. So like, if you want to listen to an artist's music, it'll randomly throw in other artists' music as well. So
Yeah.
that's how I found About Last Night by Kill Bill was
That's
by
fucking
doing,
crazy.
yeah, and then that's how I ended up listening to his music, and
That's a hell of a song. First hear from him too. That's a pretty heavy fucking song, dude.
yeah, it is good though. It's a good one, and like
Yeah, I
just
like
like
that song a lot.
it's yeah, cause like from my perspective, it's like this like deep monotone voice over this like classic beat, and then at the end, there's like this almost eerie scene from what I now know to be Fooly Cooley, but just hearing the audio, it sounds like such a disjointed conversation when you don't have the context. And I was
Yeah.
just so intrigued. And
Yeah. Oh wait, you know what? I think I remember hearing that on one. Yeah, I think I heard that when I was listening to your podcast in the background. Like you were talking about how you found that Fula Cooley.
yep,
You're
that's
right.
how yeah, that's exactly how.
Yeah.
But
That's
even
pretty
like
cool, man.
yeah, but even About Last Night as a song in of itself is just like as a first experience, just like it kind of sets up a lot of what I feel like Bill touches on his music, and especially in Ramona the album, this idea of like chasing something you can't have, like that is a very bitter song in that respect.
It's like a bittersweet thing that I
Yeah,
can really relate to big time.
yeah. Ah, gosh, I love that album, and even especially that song is still one of my favorites to this day. But and then you know Rav was featured on there in a couple songs. I think Dream Eater is probably the one that made me most interested in him. Like, how does his bar start in that one? Oh, was it good evening melancholy? Sometimes I wish that I could something like believe my, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Like that was the
This
bar
word
that,
is like he's thankful for the faces that he's met, right?
yeah,
That's how
that's
they
how it ends. Yeah, I
the
love that.
faces that he met.
I love that
Yeah.
verse.
That's
But
just pretty sad.
yeah, that's my favorite verse. I mean, what? Sorry, what am I talking about? I like that verse, and that's what made me interested in checking out his music. And I don't think I heard a ton of it at first. So I was kind of stuck on Bill a bit, and really only Ramona. But ended up listening to all their music. I love Square. I love Arrow. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know a ton from the other guys. I know Mega Ran was in.
Recordam has a pretty extensive catalog you can go through. It's pretty good music.
I need to check him out more. Like,
Yeah, it's like a lot of video game type stuff too. Like I think they do like a. I'm pretty sure it's like almost video game soundtrack. It's pretty tight.
well, I think
they.
because he actually does design soundtracks for video games. From my understanding, this is probably
Yeah,
why.
yeah. Yeah, that's probably why.
Yeah. But speaking of art in general, your art is very cool. Like it's super unique. I love the style. Like I'll probably throw some examples up on screen as I talk about them. But
Oh yeah.
like I especially love the character you have with the yellow hoodie. Like
Oh yeah. That's kind of that's just a type of character design that I always kind of gravitated. You've probably seen them in a lot of anime and Final Fantasy type shit, you know.
right. Yeah, I
You know,
really love it.
the kind of the two eyes and the faceless void. I fuck with that shit a lot.
Yeah, it's really dope. And then you have that one I think you mentioned the other day, the one you commissioned for someone's album cover. Like
Oh yeah, yeah.
kind of
That's,
standing in that sea of red with the buildings sinking.
yeah, that's an Ava reference.
Oh, I still gotta watch that.
You never seen End of Evangelion?
No, or any of it. I never watched any of Evangelion at all. And Rap said it's his
Definitely check
favorite
it out.
anime.
Yeah, that's an anime that really I hold close to me. I grew up with that shit, man. Same with FLCL, that shit. Yeah, I think I was
Gosh,
like
I love
12 or
FLCL.
13 when I saw that shit.
Dang, that's like the perfect age range for who like Naota is as a
Yeah,
person.
that's why I connected with them. I used to fucking try dress like him when I was little, put beanies on, make them like cat ears.
Yeah, gosh, but Mimi was just like my favorite, like one of my favorite
yeah.
characters from anything ever. Like the whole scene where she notices his ears.
Yeah.
Oh,
Wait, yeah, go.
Oh no, I was gonna say that it's actually it's kind of moving on to a different subject. You should go on.
Oh yeah. Before we change subject, what the fuck are you asking? Yeah, I'm sorry.
No, you were talking about the ears.
The ears.
All
What
right,
was
yeah,
that?
you were. Or never mind. But
Oh
I
no!
don't.
When I was little, you talking about when I was little? Yeah,
Yeah.
like yeah, I'd wear beanies like cat ears and shit.
Mm-hmm.
I try to. Yeah, you seen that how his character design? He wears a beanie and then like he has little points in the side.
Yeah.
It's because that was the first episode I've ever seen. It was on Adult Swim. I saw that shit when I was
okay.
little.
Yeah.
Yeah, when it first premiered. So yeah, that was the first episode. I see the one with his classmate where they're
Yup,
where
episode
they're in the
3, I
play and
think.
shit. Yeah, that's a hell of a fucking way to get introduced to that anime. It's fucking crazy.
Yeah, the episode is.
Yeah, the whole
really
classroom
unique.
fight and everything is I fuck with that shit, man.
Yeah, I didn't realize that this art was yours. This particular one with like Rav looking at the wall from I'm On to Me.
Oh yeah, that one. Yeah.
Yeah, because I know Rav retweeted a bunch of people's art, and I think at the time I didn't notice.
Yeah, he teaches a lot of I like that.
Yeah, I like how he does that. And I think at the time you had this character from, let's see, Dorothy as your profile picture at the
Oh
time.
yeah.
I actually don't know what that's from. The Big
That's
O.
from Google. Oh my god, that's a big time anime that I really hold. I hold a lot of old anime dear to me, but to me they're not old because to me they were brand new when I fucking saw them. You know.
Right. So, I see it on Google. I'll have to add that to my watch list. My watch list is depressingly long, and I don't think I'll ever
Yeah.
finish it.
The video, yeah, that's you really got, especially since it's cool, like how you're seeing all this anime just now because you get to see it where you can access it super easy. Like when I was watching anime, if I had to watch an episode again, I had to wait for them to air it.
Oh gosh.
But I have to go to the fucking video store and like spend $30 on a DVD that only had
Right.
2 episodes.
Yeah. I know a little bit of it. I was like, but like it was small scale. You know, I wasn't like an
Yeah.
avid anime consumer, so I don't know the pain.
Well, these kids don't know how easy they got it for the anime.
No, like they don't even have to pay for stuff. You know how many services you can go on to find stuff that technically should have to pay for? Like it's
Yeah, dude,
nuts.
free shit like the fucking 2B and all that. They got fuck tons of anime for free right there.
Yeah, it's nuts. Yeah, but the one video on your Instagram that just made me laugh both times I watched it was the one I think you were drawing like that framing people do with their art where you kind of like draw the circle for the head with the lines on it and then it turns into Homer Simpson with the sucked in face.
Yeah, that one. I don't fucking know what the hell I was thinking when I made that video.
It had me laughing though. I was actually
Yeah,
like
'cause,
snickered out loud.
Yeah, when the hell does it date when I uploaded that? What year was that?
Let me take a look. I don't hope it didn't start playing. I don't want it to can I pause it? Okay, yeah. That was well, that's helpful. It says it was okay, no, it was in 2017.
2017. Fuck.
Yeah, wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, I was like 27 when I did that shit. So
I was
I
gonna
don't
s-
know. That was a
Yeah.
strange time in my life. Yeah.
Yeah, so I was actually really curious how you started getting into art in the first place. Like what inspired you? What kind of like what helped you develop your art style? Because I noticed you mentioned on your Twitter profile your traditional art. I guess from
Yeah.
you want to say a little bit about that?
Well, when I say traditional art, it just meant, long story short, I was too fucking poor to ever afford digital art supplies. You know what I fucking mean?
Yeah.
We see a lot of shit on Twitter on the art community, like, well, this bag on traditional artists and all that. But that's like different because those type of artists still have like very expensive $400 markers and shit. You know.
Yeah.
But with me, all I got is some fucking pens and box of coloring pencils. I just barely upgraded to a marker set that I got on like clearance or some shit.
All right.
But yeah, so yeah, traditional art. Basically, I use paper just because that's what I know. That's how I do. But I'm trying to learn digital art because last year I barely bought a tablet, but I barely use it just because it's pretty daunting and kind of scary to get into.
Yeah.
Everyone tells me it's a way easier, and I get that it's a little easier, but I don't know. Like I say, I'm pretty old-minded when it comes to technology, so I don't know. I don't really understand layers and all that shit too much, but I'm learning. I'm getting it.
I would say definitely don't lose your skill on the paper in exchange for that because there's definitely something you can't replicate on a tablet and I don't think people seem to realize that. Like
Yeah.
just like I don't even know how to put it into words cuz I'm not like a crazy artist myself. It's been a long time since I've tried making
Yeah, no,
anything.
no, no, no. I get you big time. Like, cause like when I try to explain to people, like when I do something, like if I fuck up, I fuck up, and then I literally start way the fuck over. Unless I was painting, because painting I could just paint over it. But like if I'm like drawing, if I mess up, I have to redo the whole thing. Like I'll retrace it and try my best to replicate it again. Like did you see the one I just posted not too long ago? Like today or yesterday? I think I
Oh,
posted it today.
with the skull and the candle on it?
Yeah, like
Yeah,
that one,
yeah.
that shit took me fucking forever because I don't know if you noticed, I kind of took a little hiatus from art for almost half a year now.
Yeah, I
Since,
did notice there wasn't like anything new coming out.
Yeah, I don't know, just long, not to get into it too much. You know how it is. What life gets you down, man.
Yeah, yeah, I get that.
And you try your hardest to get back into it, but it's hard. So that one took a long ass time to get done. And then I actually fucked it up. I don't know, like maybe 5 times. I had to restart the whole thing over just because I experimented with some colors that I didn't like, and then I had to do it again just because it's all fucked up. Like I don't like it, so personally, I had to throw it away and do another one.
Right.
That's another thing I people don't get when it comes to traditional art. Like at least with my situation, when I do that, Like, yeah, it's not as easy as click and save and open your last project and delete the
Yeah,
last layer.
I
I put a lot of work into this shit.
I definitely think the risk reward thing it's definitely there because like it's I don't like I know you know what I mean, but I'm
Yeah,
just so I can like kind of relay it. It's like for me, it's like just looking at it. I there's no way you can replicate the texture and like the difference in how hard you press down with the pencil or the pen,
exactly. Yeah,
and like
texture. That's another thing.
and they'll say you can, and it's like yeah, but not really. Like a tablet I guess can tell how hard you're pushing down, but from what I've seen, all that it can do is really affect the size of the cursor, right?
Yeah.
But it can't or like
Like
how
honestly,
dark
when
or
it comes
light
to
it
that,
is.
like what you're saying when it comes to digital art, like I think it's like it relies heavily on what program you're using and what brush set you got. So
Mm-hmm.
depending on your brush set and if you can afford it, or if you found a cool one for free, like it's really hard to replicate the texture and shit unless you're like super skilled with that. But
Right.
obviously not me, because I don't really know.
Right.
But yeah, textures that's another big thing I try to emphasize. Like like I'm pretty lacking on it as far as like because I know like you probably seen like commissions I've done like a couple of the homies in the EXO community. I owe them their art still. I haven't shipped them out yet just because I haven't figured out a cost effective way.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause I've shipped only one out to Ben Beal. I did a commission for
Ooh.
Ben Beal.
Yeah.
Did you see that one? Yeah.
Which one is it?
It's the one with he has pink hair. He looks like Spike Spiegel smoking a joint.
Oh, I know what he looks like, but like, is that what the art piece
Yeah,
is as
that's what the
well?
image is.
Oh, I
Yeah.
see it. Okay, I see it. Yeah, it's got Ben
Yeah,
Beal.
that's the image. Like I've always sent that out,
Nice.
and then like yeah, that wasn't really cost effective the way I did. So because it's a pretty huge fucking thing. Like it's not little papers that I got. I got like big ass things I got to ship. So it's pretty expensive to ship big
Yeah, I imagine.
without fucking it up. Because I really don't want to roll it up because that's gonna mess it up so bad. So I got to
Right.
figure out a way to get it in that giant ass envelope in between like 4 layers of cardboard so it doesn't bend it.
We got to get you a hand delivery service. We got to get
Yeah,
somebody on the job that just delivers all your artwork out to the commissioners.
yeah. That's what I need, a little helper like that, huh?
Yeah, so anyone listening to the podcast, if that's something you'd be interested in, we'll pay you pennies. But come on down, we'll get you all signed up for it.
Yeah, come on down. You'll work for peanuts and crackers. That's all I got.
Yeah, like almost enough to sustain you, but like not quite. Like you're gonna have to scrounge up some food somewhere else, and also pay for your own gas money and planes and boats and whatever it's gonna take to get you to where you need to go.
Yeah. Packing paper, you bring it. I don't got it.
Exactly. It's kind of like bring your own beer, but it's like bring your own vehicle and gas and means of transportation.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, but ooh, I lost my train of thought. I love when that happens.
Well, that's good enough.
Um, oh yeah. So I was gonna say is I used to be into the whole art world, right? Like I love drawing. I mean, usually just drawing. Painting was cool, but like I never got into it a ton. But like, I guess for me, I think video games just kind of took over all my interest and like just or even reading like things that are things that are like things you consume instead of things you create. Just kind of took over my mind, I guess, because like
Oh,
I
yeah.
feel like I've always had like a pretty explorative, like creative mind, but it's so
But you
much
weren't sure on
easier.
what to focus it on.
I guess I think it's kind of like it's so much easier to consume things that like spark imagination rather than you coming up with it on your own. Like reading a book where you can
Oh, yeah.
envision the visual based off of the words is easier
That's
than coming up with them on your own.
no, funny that you bring that up. Like that's kind of one of the reasons why I went on a hiatus because my brain wasn't working like how it used to, and I couldn't do that anymore. I don't know
Hmm.
why. Yeah. So yeah, yeah. that's a situation I relate to big time, especially recently. Like when you consume all this media that's inspiring, but
Yeah.
you can't really focus that energy and put it on the paper. Yeah, that shit's hard, man. So I don't. Yeah, I relate to that. Yeah.
Would you say it's akin to what people call like artist block, or would you think it's kind of
Yeah,
different?
like
Okay.
writer's block, all that art block. Yeah,
Hmm.
it's no joke. That shit's no joke. Like even some of the bigger artists that I follow, they'll tell me like, yeah, like, your biggest critic is your own self, and you can fuck your own self up big time.
Hmm.
It sucks,
Yeah.
but something we all go through. From what I've seen, I haven't met an artist that doesn't go through that, or at least I don't follow any.
Hmm.
I tend to follow like-minded artists.
Right. Right. I kind of get that a bit with the story I've been working on for a while. It's inspired by something real, like a situation that happened with me and someone else, but it's not finished yet, so I'm not going to go into a bunch of detail. But I
What are
don't.
you writing?
It's it's a short story.
Okay.
It's not super short, but it's not a novel. I just call it a short story, so there's no expectations. Ooh, look, a full length novel, and it's like, oh, this was only 50 pages, right?
Yeah,
Something like that.
smart.
But it's kind of a. Actually, I just don't want to spoil the story. To put it simply, right? So it's
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Don't trip, man. Don't spoil it if you're
no,
gonna
I'll
have it
s-
become that soon.
I'll say what I'm comfortable saying, like a teaser, right? So it's
A story.
I'm not sure how much this I'm going to keep in, but
No.
this
Yeah,
is
feel
for
free
your
to say
sake.
it's pretty fucking. I like it. I dig that concept. It's pretty cool. It's I don't know. I don't know why. It probably has nothing to do with it. I don't know. Have you heard of this anime? Welcome to the NHK.
No, but that rings a bell. I think I have it. That sounds really familiar.
Yeah, if you ever get a chance to check that out, it's kind of about a loner guy who like he's a shut-in, Hikikomori. You know that term?
Yeah. Oh, you know
Yeah.
what? There's a sample of that in one of it's either Bill or I think in one of Bill's songs.
Yeah, they talk about Hikikomori in a lot of earlier songs from what I remember. Yeah, but yeah, that's a term that's yeah, it's pretty fucking real and fucked up, that situation. People who are those, it's pretty crazy.
Yeah, because it was
But
that
yeah,
one song where at the end he's like talking to himself, and then a girl approaches him and she says, "I know how to help with your Hikikomori disease" or something like that.
that's from Welcome to the NHK. Yeah, that sample, that's from it.
Yeah, that man. Okay, well, my watch list just got another show
That
longer.
oh man, if you ever watch it, I don't know if it, because that shit hit me really hard, because when I saw that, I was maybe like early 20s when I saw that shit, and I was going through a lot of depression and shit. But every fucking thing he went through, I literally went through all of that, and it's pretty
Dang.
fucking dope. And specifically, there's a segment in there where they get stuck in the pyramid scheme. I don't want to go into it too deep, but yeah,
Okay.
that shit happened to me.
Oh dang, yeah. I remember
Yeah.
there was this person. I'm not gonna name them or even describe who they are in case they ever find this for some reason. But they were they were describing a thing they're doing where it's like, oh yeah, so this person got me into it, and now like if I get other people into it, I get paid. And I'm like, so a
Yeah.
pyramid scheme? And they're like, no. See how it works is we're not selling a
Yeah.
product, we're selling an internet space. And I'm like, so the person
Yeah.
above you makes money if they recruit you. And they're like, yeah. And I'm like, and
Yeah.
if you recruit other people, you make money. Like, yeah. I'm like, that's called a pyramid scheme. And they're like,
Yeah.
no, there's no scheme. There's no scheme. I'm like,
Yeah.
that's literally what
Well,
it
in my
is.
situation, a little bit different because there was actual product involved.
Mm-hmm.
And it was, it actually worked. Like, not gonna knock the product, because the product was actually pretty cool. I still had some. So yeah, the product actually worked. It was pretty tight, but the whole situation and the idea of trying to do that, it wasn't for me. It really fucked me up.
Mm-hmm.
It put me in a really bad depression a long time ago. And yeah, when that shit happened in the fucking anime, I was like, damn, this is fucking Yeah, yeah.
It's my life happening in front of me.
Yeah, it was like that. It was pretty crazy, man.
Yeah, it's crazy when music speaks to you too, because like
Yeah,
it's really easy to form like a very like tangible attachment to music because it creates an emotion.
yeah.
Like there's a couple artists that just actually one in particular. I don't know how he does it. Right? I guess it's crazy because I listen to his music in the wrong order. I'm talking about Jeremy Zucker, or sorry, Jeremy Zucker. I have
It was like a,
repented of
I
my
don't think
old
I'm
ways of
familiar.
saying his name wrong.
Yeah.
What did you say?
No, I don't think I'm familiar with that, Jeremy Zucker.
So his music is I think technically it's pop, but it's nothing like what's on the radio. It's very different. Like I didn't know what to call it until I found out it's technically pop. But
I'll probably check it out. Shoot me a link
yeah,
afterwards.
definitely. So like his middle stuff, like not new but not quite old, is what I heard first. And it related to a situation I was in high school, I would say, or at least themes in my head, if even if they weren't reality. And I'll name drop a couple songs. All the kids are depressed. I think there's one called Ghost, and then I don't remember all the names, right? But like that era of music fit with what I
It
was
sounds
going
like
through
that kind of
then.
shit, though. Judging
Yeah,
from the titles.
yeah,
Some space coat shit, you know?
yeah, definitely. And then like towards the beginning of his career or in music, I started listening to that like at a certain time where he was talking about kind of different stuff. His headspace was somewhere else and what he was looking for in life,
Hmm.
or like, or wasn't looking for, I guess you could also argue. And it's like, wow, that really fit with what was going on with my life at this point. And then his like newer stuff kind of related to the same situation, but in in an area of afterthought, like looking back, and it also fit it. And I'm like, this, dude, get out of my head. Like you're spying on my life. Like I would describe these situations, and then tell my friend about them, and she would be like, you, he's literally just you. Like he's like peeking in your windows and doors and stuff, just describing exactly what's happening.
Kind of.
And a lot of it's more of a metaphorical symbolism of what happened to me. Like, you know, if it was me writing it, it wouldn't literally be what happened, right? But it would
Okay,
be
yeah,
like
yeah.
how what I was thinking. And it's just wild. Like I don't know how he does it, but it's scary sometimes.
No, no, yeah, that's definitely that's the kind of artist I fuck with. Like, you know, where you can insert yourself in their lyrics. That's pretty. That's how you know it's good. It's kind of like when you're saying his music. It kind of reminds. Do you ever shit? What's Elliott Smith? You ever listen to Elliott Smith?
The name sounds familiar, but I don't think so.
He sings a song "Miss Misery."
That also sounds
You know that?
familiar.
It's like, "You miss me, Miss Misery." You know that.
Maybe
Pretty fucking depressing shit, but yeah, it's really good, man.
I'll
One of
have
my favorite
to
artists.
add that to my listen list now.
Yeah, Elliot Smith. Definitely check him out. He's long since passed. Rest in
Okay.
peace.
All right. Yeah, when I saw the first
Yeah,
picture of him, I'm like, that's an old picture.
yeah, pretty, yeah, pretty heavy shit. But yeah, I recommend you check it out if you dig stuff like that, where you can put yourself in the music.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
definitely do that. Do it a lot with
yeah,
Bill's music, actually.
it's definitely one of those artists you can do that with.
Yeah, even Rav too. But we've definitely talked about this in past episodes.
And
Like
yeah,
the
you
different.
keep talking. I could talk about EXO forever. I fuck with them a lot. I like
Yeah.
them. They remind me of me when I was a little girl.
Yeah, but it's kind of it. Yeah, I just think it's really cool how they both like address stuff differently. But I literally
Yeah.
was about to say verbatim what I said before, so I'll die. I'll hold off. But yeah, man, art is. I've always had such a respect for people who stick with art because it's tough for a lot of reasons, right? Like if you're gonna make a career out of it, it's a huge commitment. Like it can't like it's your job, but it's also your passion. So there's like a whole balance you got to meet there. And then there's a whole like artist block, and it's like that's kind of like saying, "Oh, sorry, I can't get to work. My car broke down. Can't you fix it?" Well, no. Okay.
Yeah.
Right? Like you can't really
Yeah,
do
it
anything
is like
about
that.
it.
It's like dude, it's like you can't get to work. It's like why? My depression
Yeah,
is broke
exactly.
down.
It's like, can't you fix
Yeah,
it?
hope
Not
you can do
really.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like I
It's
needed that drawing a month ago. I'm sorry.
sorry, my car broke down. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah.
The guy that we're paying pennies to get it to you, he called in sick. He's like, don't you have anyone else? Nope. Nobody else was willing to take the job.
Nobody wants to take the job to help me out. Help a poor dude out.
Yeah, but yeah, it's art is you really gotta care about it. You gotta stay consistent with it, and I guess
Yeah.
that's what intimidates me so much from the prospect of like learning how to make music. Because like I write poetry. I do not share it a lot of it because a lot of it's like very personal and raw. But there's a couple things I posted
I
that
know.
you'd have to. Did you say you know? Did you dig for them?
No. I didn't say I know. No, I
Oh,
said
okay. I was gonna say because there's a couple of them, but they're real deep in the timeline of my
I
profile.
mean like I know like I know what that's like. Like you don't want to post shit everything you do,
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's
everything you make.
like people who read them, they just look at me afterwards and be like, they don't know what to say except like, "Wow." And you're like, "Oh, well, some wow," like
Wow.
that type of deal. But not in that voice. I'd probably be like, okay, if they said
Yeah,
it
that's fuck
afterwards.
old Wilson, man.
Wow. Wait, what did you say?
No. Yeah, keep going though.
Yeah.
Stupid.
Speaking of Owen Wilson, I don't know if you keep up with Marvel at all, but the Loki
Oh
show.
yeah, Loki. I fucking love
Oh,
that.
dude,
Did you
did you
see
watch
the
it?
latest episode?
Yes, let's not spoil it, but oh my
Let's not
gosh.
spoil it. I'll just say, wow.
Wow. I'm so mad he hasn't said that yet in the show. Like, there's so many opportunities. Okay, I'll quote something from the trailer that I think would have been a perfect time because I saw this YouTube video that they dubbed it in a few different places, and it's the part where he says, I forgot what he says. He was like, "I like how you do that. It makes you sound really smart." And he's just like, "I am really smart." And then they dubbed in him saying, "Wow," right afterwards. It's just so good.
Yeah, I kind of saw that coming.
They did a couple of them, but it was just really funny.
I gotta look that up. I like that.
I'll find it for you. That one's hilarious. They just dubbed it in. But
Yeah.
yeah, Loki is. Oh my gosh, it's so good. Like they're. I don't want. I'll say a little bit just because
Yeah.
if you haven't watched it at this point and you're listening, pause it and go listen to it. That's your problem, right? I'll say a
Yeah.
little bit. I think as opposed to the original Loki, who was only quote unquote good due to circumstance a couple times, this
Yeah, due to
Loki,
the two movies.
yeah, yeah, for a couple movies, right?
Yeah.
But like in this one, I feel like they're actually building him as a person. Like there's times when you just hear these like very distinct social like problems in the background, right? There's a part where you
Yeah.
hear someone scream, "They're only letting the rich people on," and he's just kind of, he's just present. He's not really interacting with those people. But then later
Yeah.
in that exact same episode, he says they're gonna let all these people die, and I'm like, "Ooh, that's not a very Loki thing to say."
Yeah.
Right? They're
Well,
definitely
it's
building
pretty.
him.
When he, I forgot when he said it. It was like one of the earlier episodes. He was like saying like he doesn't enjoy hurting people. I was like,
Right.
well, it's pretty. It's a pretty bold statement for him to say, and it's pretty
Yeah.
cool.
It
I like
took
that they
him.
threw that in.
It took him getting broken in ways I will not say to get
Yeah,
him to that
just
point.
watch
Like,
it. Yeah.
it's like the other Loki had movies to change, right? This one literally had. It's like, okay, we have one episode to make you actually like him, and they had they had to do that.
I think this version of Loki is more compelling, just because
Way
he
more.
doesn't have his brother.
Oh
You know.
gosh, yeah, I don't like that. Like that dynamic's all right, but I like these shows that give the characters that have been on the sideline a chance to really show their acting ability. It's just so good. Like WandaVision, Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and now Loki. I just love what they're doing with them so much.
Yeah. Oh, your homie didn't like WandaVision so much, right?
Yeah, that guy, Nick. I mean, he's entitled to his opinion, but his opinion is just plain out false. It's incorrect. It's invalid.
No, yeah, I get that he didn't dig some parts of it. Like, I didn't dig everything about it, but like, I understand where it's coming from. Because like, when you say it out loud, it
Some
does
of the
kind of sound
stuff.
like a dumb premise. But like, if you watch it,
Yeah.
it's completely different. Because everything, of course, if you explain it secondhand, it's gonna sound dumber than it actually is than watching it. But yeah, I
Yeah.
get where he's coming from.
And he also has the baggage of knowing the comics, which are usually better. So
Oh, yeah,
that
yeah.
doesn't help.
I'm spared because the only comics I'm like familiar with is like early DC shit.
Hmm.
I never really read too many Marvel other than like early Spider-Man and like 2000s X-Men. But yeah,
Yeah,
I don't really read much anymore like I used to.
I was into it for a short period. Nick, he infected me with the buying physical comics disease, and
Oh yeah,
I don't want to think about how much money went into those
Don't-
comics.
don't do it. I definitely I lost so many comics in the flood. Like
Oh,
if you
Yeah.
were tally up how much they were worth today, it must have been at least $10,000 worth of comic
oh
books.
my gosh!
But they
Yeah,
all got ruined. But that was a long time ago. And I got all those comics dirt cheap just because of hunting for it and knowing what to look for.
right. You were a
But
specialist.
yeah.
You knew what you wanted.
Ever since that shit, I kind of stopped. That shit really fucked me up. That was a long ass time ago. Yeah. Hmm. My
Yeah.
advice is don't move into shitty apartment complexes, you know?
Right? Yeah, that was your first mistake.
Yeah, always move into a place with an on-site maintenance man if you're gonna move into an apartment complex.
Hey, buddy, could you dry out my comics for me? Thanks. I'll be back in an hour.
It sucks, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but just to put a nice little bow on the Loki conversation, there's also that one part where Mobius says, you could even be a good person, in case nobody
Oh,
ever
yeah.
told you that.
The
Like,
last one, he's
Yeah.
fuck man. Hey, yeah. I don't want to spoil it. That was like literally
don't say
seconds
anything.
after he says that. Yeah.
yeah,
Shit
ooh,
goes
that was a
down.
close one. Yeah.
Yeah.
But,
Shit goes down.
Gosh, that episode. I'm just gonna randomly quote, which won't mean anything to somebody not listening. You know where I'd go? I can't actually say that either. Maybe I had a jet ski.
I don't think it's gonna spoil anything.
Yeah. It's like
Just
if I
a cool
could go
quirk thing.
anywhere in time, I'd go back to fill in the blank. Maybe I had a jet ski. Bzz. No
Yeah,
comment.
the jet ski. I really like the jet ski. Shit,
Yeah,
it's
so-
just
Somebody's saying they hope that by the end, Loki brings him to a place where there's a jet ski, and he takes
yeah. Have
the
you
cover
seen,
off, and then he
fan art
says,
of that?
"No, what's this fan art of that?"
No, there's like fan art all over. Just look it up. Like it's like
I'll have
photoshopped
to.
up.
Yeah,
Loki and Mobius on the jet ski is pretty
I
adorable.
I
man.
need this now, but I love the idea that like he whips off the covering over it, and Mobius just goes, "Wow." Am I calling him Mobius? Isn't it Morbius?
No, Mobius, you got it right. Morbius
cool.
is the vampire guy. Jared Leto.
right. Okay, yeah, there we go. But
The Jared Leto is gonna be Morbius for some reason.
hey, I mean, he looked all right in the trailer.
No, I mean like I don't know why they gave him a movie over so many other Marvel characters that need a movie. You
That's
know what I
true.
mean?
That is very well. Part of that's because Sony only owns so many of the characters, and that's their
Yeah.
character. That's not even part of the MCU technically, but with the whole
Well, we don't know. We don't know technically yet. You know, all these theory dudes on YouTube like to say
true.
they are.
because there's the whole Spider-Verse deal, right? Where
Yeah.
they're like all this big crossover movie is gonna have other Spider-Man villains and stuff. So who even knows?
Because
at this
Alfred
point?
Molina, he is going to be in there for sure. He's already confirmed, and even Kevin Feige even fucking said he's in there.
Oh, was that the Doc Ock one or the?
Yeah,
Okay, yeah,
Spider-Man 2. Yeah,
yeah.
Alfred Molina. Yeah.
I'm excited to see what they do with that. I have a feeling that this is gonna be Spider-Man's big exit from the MCU because Sony does not seem to want to give him up or like sell him to Marvel because they know they
I
can
don't
make money
know.
off him.
With the way things have been going in Marvel, like their studios and shit and their shows, my expectations are super low. Like, like as far as like how fantastical the idea of what's gonna happen, put the bar really low because not everything's gonna be as crazy as you think it is. We've seen that in WandaVision and
Okay,
fucking Winter Soldier. You know,
but
all
here's
the theories and shit.
the deal. The reason I dare to be optimistic about this is that this is going to be one of the biggest multiverse type movies, and we already know from Scarlet Witch, the show, that there's multiverse stuff going on because in the very end, when she's like meditating with the book, she can hear her kid
Spoiler.
screaming. Well, come on, man! If they haven't heard it by now, that's on them.
Yeah, that's on them. How long has it been out? I don't know.
More than like several months. That came out
Yeah.
beginning of last school semester at the latest, I think, because I watched it with my friends.
Right
Yeah,
on.
yeah, but yeah, when I was on campus, that's like the little human interaction I got besides going to class. I live like a hermit on campus. I just don't care enough to interact with people very much.
Oh yeah, it sounded like me when I was going to college.
Right.
I kind of just went and came the fuck back home unless there was a group project involved.
Yeah, I didn't have much interest in forming relationships that probably won't keep anyway. I have so many people. I mean, I shouldn't just yeah, friends, but like I try not to use that word too lightly, you know. I definitely look at
Acquaintances, probably,
yeah.
right?
I definitely have a lot of like let's not get too philosophical about friends right now.
Yeah.
But
I
like
mean, long story short, you probably got like five really good at
yeah,
most.
push comes to shove, probably five. If I had to count them out, might be less, so I'm not gonna do that.
Same here. Like, I can honestly say I think I got like maybe three tops, three dudes that been in my life for the longest. Yeah,
Yeah.
of homies for life.
Yeah, it's rough. It can get rough for me because like there's a lot of people that don't know the full me because like I choose not to share the full me or I'm afraid of what they'd think type of deal. So
Oh no! Like even that, like dude, like even my closest friends don't know everything going on with me. But maybe that's just 'cause of my fault. That I choose not to let everyone know what the fuck's going on with me.
right,
So you
yeah,
probably got the same thing going for you. So I wouldn't.
yeah, and I don't think
I
there's
wouldn't against you.
necessarily anything wrong with not sharing everything either. I think
Yeah.
people deserve to keep stuff to themselves. But yeah, that's the thing with friendships is there's so many differing opinions on what people expect friends to be, and sometimes that causes clashes, and it's like, oh, well, it's a double standard. You're applying that to me, not to yourself, and stuff like that. But
I get it.
I mean, at the end of the
Yeah.
day, it's a mutual relationship if it's real, right? Like if you feel as long as you both like feel like you understand what you expect from the other person, and you're both like I mean, the bare minimum is you're there for the person, right? In whatever way
Yeah.
they need you to be. Not everyone wants you to be super huggy when they're upset or want you to drill them with questions. Some people just want someone to listen. Some
I think
people
that's what, I think when it comes to shit like that, it's important to have different circles of friends for
definitely,
different things. You know,
definitely,
that really helps out with me. Like I don't really like my closest in real person friends. Like maybe I don't really share everything going on. But then like we online friends, it's easier to talk about the shit or be more comfortable with that side of myself. You know.
you know what? That's very accurate for a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of times I can't necessarily talk to the people around me, especially if it concerns them, right? Because I don't think that you always have to be like, say, like you're having struggles with a friend or someone you're in a
Mhm.
relationship with. You don't. you shouldn't not have to talk to anyone. You should be able to talk to someone very far removed whose opinion you trust. You don't have to internalize everything.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
like
yeah, yeah, big time.
it's
Yeah.
it's not the same as like going behind someone's back. Like you deserve to
It's
have
almost like
someone hear
therapy,
you.
right? Is that what you're trying to say? Like therapy, like
Yeah,
you going to the therapist
basically.
about
I mean, yeah,
certain things.
obviously you should be entitled to talk to your therapist about anything too. But
Yeah,
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 even
yeah.
like even using a friend in a therapeutic way, because there's certain things you should talk to someone professional about, and there's certain things you should talk to your friends about. I think there's no wrong in doing either of those things. You just figure out what you need and just do it. And don't worry about what other people might say about it. If your friend gets upset that you talk to someone because you needed to talk to somebody about it, and like it's genuinely someone so like far removed that they never would have an interaction with them, you should
Respect that.
yeah, like you should question if your friend is worried about you doing that because you deserve to talk to someone about it.
Yeah, I think that's more of a, I don't know, when it comes to, I think, because I don't know how old you are, but like the older you get,
I'm
fucking
21.
21. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah. You're probably in the age where people might be thinking like that. But when you get to my age, fucking, it's like, yeah, man, I just had a fucking, I need some fucking space.
Yeah, I can see that. I
Yeah.
have a friend who's like that, and it can be rough for me because I'm the kind of person that's like very hands on. Like, let's sort this out. Let's get this done with. Like, what logically you
Yeah.
shouldn't be upset. Like, that kind of stuff.
Shit. Yeah, no, yeah, I get that. I mean, when you're at that age, like, you want to do everything you can to be there for everybody. But like, personally, me, like, I got to the point where it's like, because like me and all my friends, like, we're all at the age where we all got fucking kids, and you
Hmm.
know, it's daunting to have someone else's shit to have piled on your own thing. So I try
Okay.
not to do that because I'll be like, I know my homie's going through a lot of shit, with him and his kids and his family situation. So
Hmm.
I kind of keep that shit to myself, which is kind of why I find solace in, online homies like you guys and shit. Like, I can talk about other things that's, not going to burden
Yeah.
people directly in my life.
Right.
Which, yeah, I'm not using, it's just
Yeah.
like,
It's not
just
belittling.
how, yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. It's not belittling at all. It's just like they're far removed from the physical situation, so it's easier to like offload the stuff than it is to someone like if you have a problem with your dad, you're not gonna go to your mom and be like, "Pff, get a load of this guy," right? You can't do that.
Yeah, most definitely, yeah. That's a good example.
That wouldn't go very well. It's like typical. Meanwhile, your dad's across the room looking at you, just in tears, wondering why his son hates him.
Um,
Mom's like scared. She's like giving you the finger on the throat thing. Like, I don't want to be a part of this. Stop putting me into this.
About the time I hit the old dusty trail.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Yeah. It is. It is. It's getting to that hour. It's
Oh, wait, no, no, not me. I'm in that situation.
Oh, okay.
Maybe
Yeah,
it's
that
like
too.
you. Let me know.
Yeah,
I
but
could be up talking for a cool minute, man. It's not that late over here.
yeah, but nah. I think I'm about to hit the old dusty trail.
Oh
I've got
yeah,
a
right on. Yeah.
I've got some tasks nice bright and early in the morning I got to take care of. So yeah, I think I'm just glad you came. It was great. It was a nice conversation.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I kind of needed this. Thanks, man.
Yeah,
Appreciate
man.
you
Of
with me.
course.
I don't really get to talk to people that much. I'm
Yeah,
kind
of
of
course.
a fucking golem in this situation. You know what I mean?
Hermit. Hey, I get you. Yeah, but you're welcome back anytime. Man, you can come out, hang out in the Discord sometime. You can chat it up with us. I'll invite you to the other Discord where we're probably a little more active. And we voice chat
Okay,
sometimes if you
man.
want to hop in. Almost everybody in there, I met through Bill in one way or another. Like it's either I met them because we were in that Twitch stream together, or because they're like friends of them. So
Right.
everyone's
Yeah, I
pretty
think I
chill.
heard you like talk about that not too in one of your podcasts. Like you had mentioned some of the OG guys and shit.
Yeah, like Ren, Sparky, Sundog, all of them. We're all EXO fans. So if you ever see us in there, feel free to just chat it up with us.
Yeah, most definitely. Yeah, yeah. I like to come back on because I don't even think I got to talk to you about everything. Like I didn't really talk about art that much. That's kind of my bad.
Oh
I
no,
went off
we'll
other
get
shit.
into it. We'll get into it more. Yeah,
Yeah,
I just love how when I started this out, I wanted to have like I describe it to people as a variety podcast, right? This is supposed to be snippets of people's lives that I think people should hear. Like this is like we got music over here, we got like science, sci-fi over here, shows. I mean, you got art, you got nature in episode 3. You have like
yeah,
the spirit of the journey to get there is how I describe episode 4. And then 5 was just me and Sundog just kind of chilling, talking about like Pokemon and stuff, right? We get that in there too. But like
yeah,
I never want it to be like, oh look, the 6th episode in a row of only talking about music, right? And like
yeah.
just I mean,
No, I like the change up like how you got it. It's pretty. It's the type of podcast I fuck with. Yeah.
yeah,
Dope.
people tend to say that, and it's kind of encouraging. Like people like whenever I describe it to someone, they're like, "Oh, that's exactly the kind of podcast I like." And like even if they don't necessarily listen to it, it's like, "All right, this is like a thing people find interesting." Because I was worried at first, right? Because like, yeah, I can see somebody like Kill Bill and Rev getting away with just talking about whatever they want, but I was like me coming out of nowhere, like
Yeah.
are people going to care? It's like I marketed as like if the idea of learning about a person and the things they find interesting is interesting to you, then you'll find this interesting. I think I said that in episode 2. Like me, obviously, the at
Yeah.
least the persona of King Cook, which is mostly me. There's
I don't know. To me, you're just a little 12-year-old boy with a backwards hat on and a hoodie.
exactly Naota, literally just Naota. Yeah, I used to have a very embarrassing little thing about why I like use that as my imagery on a card, but the card has now disappeared. It's no longer on my profile, and if you didn't see it, it's gone. It's gone, gone.
Yeah, I missed that train.
Nah, I can. You know what? You know what? If you come back later, I can give you a little. I can give you a snippet. But
Yeah, shoot that my way.
these people can't see it. All right, yeah, but thank you so much
Yeah.
for coming. This has been great
Thank
and
you.
chill. All
What
right.
was that?
No, I said this has been great and chill.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, my bad. I misheard you.
I thought you were just like silently willing the podcast to end.
No, yeah, yeah. If it were up to me, I'd talk for hours. But people gotta sleep. It's getting late,
Yeah,
right?
I get other chances. Definitely,
Yeah,
you're definitely
yeah.
more than
Have me
welcome to
back
come
on. I got some other shit to say. I want to talk about. I got mad shit to talk on people. No.
Definitely, man. And maybe next time we'll mix it up and like have another artist on with you.
Oh yeah, that'd be
I
cool.
I may or may not have an idea, but no promises because I have not even asked the person yet. So
Keep me in the loop. I'm down for anything.
oh, you'll be the first to know if this person is interested. Trust me, and you'll know who they are. You'll
Do I
know.
know them?
You do
I don't
know,
know a
but
lot of people.
don't shoot any names out. But you'll definitely know. Trust me.
Okay.
All
I
right.
don't know.
I'm really
How should we
hoping.
end it?
How should we end this?
Yeah.
Let's hit a
Should I
limit.
do some shout outs? What's up?
Yeah, man. You can shout out wherever you
Oh yeah, shout out fucking all the people that fuck with me. Shit, I really put myself on the spot, huh? Uh, check out Nocris, the dude that did the fucking In the Pools of LCL cover for. Really good music. Another cool artist, Josie Hayes. She does really, really dope raps. That funk shit, both of them. Of course, check out Mondo the Alien if you haven't heard them. I really fuck with their music big time. We can do a whole nother subject on another episode about their music. I really like that shit.
all right,
Yeah.
yeah. And I'll
Yeah,
I'll throw some links up in the description.
yeah.
So we
Throw
can
some
make
links.
sure we
You're
get
friends
this
with them, aren't you?
Oh yeah, totally, dude. I know every single incredible artist slash musician that exists personally. They all hang out at my house all the time.
In your four-story kitchen, right?
Oh yeah, yeah, that one. Yeah, that one. That's the one.
That's the one.
All right. Well,
All right.
you folks have a nice night and sleep well.
Peace, y'all.